Greetings, salutations, everyone, and good morning to the webinar. It's a fine Tuesday here, September 24th. Down here in Cincinnati, we are not in the best frame of mind because our Bengals got crushed last night on Monday Night Football in front of a national audience. But I know we have folks throughout Ohio, and for that matter, the whole region, and they might have some other um, rooting interest. So,
Or
tomorrow,
underperforming teams.
yes, you know, um, yeah, I know Browns country. I don't think they won
It was
either.
it was
So,
a sad day in Ohio between
yeah,
Sunday and Monday.
although
Go
Ohio State
Guardians though.
won, UC won, so there's something to
Okay,
look forward to.
okay, but the rest of the
And,
match.
I'm just going to roll through some slides. Brad's on hand, Shondell. Let's get
Yeah.
started. Okay.
Yep.
Little housekeeping. Um, If you got a question, you'll put it in the question box. We're going to monitor those throughout the presentation. We might jump in and stop the proceedings just to answer a quick question. You can also wait to the end. Today's going to be very quick, very short, under 30 minutes, and get you back on track on your busy day. So again, I'm your genial host, Jeff Beglin, and I've actually changed my title. Like Brad, I'm the business development manager here at Cornerstone, and I've got more or less parts of Southern Ohio and the I-75 corridor, and Brad has Northeast Ohio and those environs and more. And we just
Columbus.
want to point out Columbus, parts of
Yes,
Columbus,
Central.
and
Yeah.
we just want to point out this is the busy time of year, and you will certainly rely on us for everything and anything related to the individual market. And there's our information right there. So phone numbers, email addresses, and what's more, follow us on social media and the Monday Minute. So that's a great resource for all the updates. They're coming in fast and furious. And I do want to introduce our colleague Carla Winfrey. She's going to be helping out. Her description will be included in the Monday Minute. So she is, I like to think of her as our, concierge back office type person and help out in many different aspects of the individual brokerage, um, wholesale environment. So let's keep rolling.
Yeah. She'll
So
be
I
handling like
am gonna.
service issues. Jeff, hang on.
Mhm.
She'll be handling like service issues. So if you have a service issue, if you have a claim, you're going to send it to this particular mailbox, which you're going to see in the Monday Minute and in an email blast by the end of the week. So that way it gets Jeff and I in the training and sales mode, and it puts Carla in the seat for the sort of the mundane day-to-day stuff. If it's super escalated, then it comes to Jeff and I. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
um, we're just
She's
trying
got
to
45
be safe.
years in the industry. She is the gold standard, I think, when it comes to customer service and broker services. So she knows all our other brokers already. So it's going to be an incredible asset to our department. And we're so thrilled we have her. So before I toss it to Shondell and Brad, I just want to point out today is a preview of Ambetter's 2025 product line. And but there is just a bit of news I want to share. We don't have all the finishing touches on their actual plan design. And don't worry, we are going to have part two of a presentation showing their full product portfolio here in maybe a week or two. And it just needs to be finalized at their corporate here the next couple of days. I'm sorry we didn't have that, completely done, but otherwise we have a full slate of information to share about Ambetter and really important news that we're going to share on these slides. Shondell is going to share. And with that, I'm going to toss things to Brad and Shondell. And
You
let
got it.
me.
My screen should be up. So, hey,
Okay.
good morning, everybody. So again, don't jump off this call. There's a lot of great information that Shondell's going to share with you to be a primer for what's coming when we have that next webinar within a week, two at most. So yeah, here we go. Shondell, you've got the show.
Thank you, thank you, thanks, Jeff and Brad. You guys are great. Cornerstone, I appreciate you all having me this morning. I know since Jeff brought up the game, I'm trying to make sure I bring some excitement here and energy so we don't think about that. But hey, I'm excited. This is a new open enrollment. We got some new stuff that we want to present to you all. I know every year we tend to kind of be a little refresher, but there are some new information I like to share. So this is Buckeye Health Plan, Ohio. We've been doing it for quite some time. It's amazing how it's been. I've been with Ambetter for about 7 years. So my time has been very valuable here and just building relationships with you all. So I do appreciate you. And yeah, let's get right to it, Brad. So you can go to the next slide here in the presentation. Awesome. So just a refresher, this is just a bit for you all that are new to Ambetter. We do consider ourselves being the number one marketplace carrier out there. Now we understand every year is tend to be competition. We know Molina and CareSource and other carriers. We as every member going to shopping, we want to be the number one carrier that people look at. Why? It's based off of growth. It's based off of relationship. It's based off just the care for our members. And it's amazing to see when I first seen these 4.3 million members, it was actually under a million when I first started with Ambetter. And just to see that we're at 4.3 million members, it's amazing just to see how much growth we have gained. And it's because of you all. So thank you for that. So this is just a map just showing the states that we are in currently. I do want to let everybody know, and it's not on the slide, but we are going to be entering a new state, and that is going to be Iowa. So Cornerstone is all set. So if you guys are licensed in Iowa and you have some business there, or we coming in pretty hard and heavy. We understand the blues out there. Make sure you reach out to Cornerstone or myself, and we can get you contracted ASAP. I put my information in the chat box, so I have my contact information there for if you need to reach out. And I'll put my email shortly. Brad, you can go to the next slide. Awesome. So this is some new exciting news. I'm not going to go every single county, but we are going to be entering 10 new counties in Ohio. Woohoo! So I have heard that Richland is a big one. So that is listed in expansion for 2025. So for Outlook, you can see in the bold, those are the counties we're going to be entering in for 2025. So get ready and yeah, I should have more information on those counties and network in the next section or so when we have that. So,
Yeah,
Brad, you
so
can go.
that's like a bridge. Yeah, I mean, Richland, Crawford, Marion connects Northeast Ohio to Central Ohio, and so that's really, really great addition.
Awesome, awesome. I love to hear it. So, but yeah, next slide, Brad.
Is this on there?
Yeah, that's good right there.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I wanted to put this together for you all. I'm sorry the letter's a little wide. If you can make it bigger if you need to, but hopefully you can see it. So I wanted to put down the key county metros on the left. Not out all the counties, but the key metros based on the market size, our market share, population, and then I broke it down into our meta tiers. So we have the silver position, the bronze position, and you have the gold on the right. So you pay attention to these counties, and for example, let's say Cincinnati, right, is which is the fourth one. The ones that are color coded in green are our price advantage. Okay, I don't have a dollar amount because prices are always changing, but it's a good thing to note that hey, prior to open enrollment, and I know I have Medicare, what pockets or areas are you all going to have some opportunity in? So I was looking at Cincinnati. We got some price advantage in the silver position. I know last year there were some disadvantages in the area as far as on price. I know a lot of members was moved to from silver to bronze because it was a bit cheaper. But we're all coming in with some price advantage in Cincinnati, and we're going to have price advantage also in our gold plans. It looks like they're going to be a price disadvantage in the bronze position. Again, the dollar amount is always changing, and I think it wasn't that much at all. But if you see the ones that have price disadvantage in those counties, and then I put the ones that's color coded like bolded red that say less than $10 price disadvantage, which is not much at all. I think are those some good pockets we can look at as well. And if you're thinking about it too, we're have a price disadvantage of say like $30. We do have some great benefit programs. One of them is My Health Pays, so a member can earn up to $500. They can reduce their premium by $41, so that we'll talk about that later on, but it's some free money out there. But I did want to put this as an outlook, screenshot, whatever you guys want to look, do to just keep this in the back of your head as far as some of those areas we're going to be looking pretty good in. Now, the new counties is not listed on here, so we should have a bit more information as we get into the next webinar, next session. So just wanted to put this out there just to give you all to think about. I know rates right now is not live, obviously, because we're still a little early, but just to let you know, this is how Ambetter is going to be positioning as we come into open enrollment. So, Brad, you can go to the next slide. Good. So what's new for 2025? I'm gonna let you all know. So we got our bronze, silver, gold. That's our meta tiers, which was the core network plan. Now it's going to be called the Premier Network now. So rather than core plan that's been known out there, it's going to be changed to Premier. You're still going to see the meta tiers out there when you're enrolling members. You're still going to see bronze, silver, gold. But when it comes to the network piece, the network name is changed to Premier Network. So that's going to be new. We also want to be launched our new app for members, which went out into July, back in July. So we'll have this in the slide. Renewal letters, they're going to be available in your broker portal. Do open enrollment. Thank goodness. So you'll have access to see that information rather than the member calling you. And then we're going to be expanding to 10 new counties, as I said, for 2025. Off exchange plans is going to be offering all of our states, every single one of the states. So and then new off exchange plans for 2025. Excuse me. We want to introduce this new off exchange plans called Ambetter Health Solutions. So Ambetter is going to be offering off exchange plans around ICRA. So I know ICRA is pretty much growing a lot, and we're only going to be doing 6 states. So it's Indiana, it's Missouri, it's Ohio, Georgia, Mississippi, and South Carolina. Those are the only 6 states where we're going to be offering those off exchange for ICRA. So if you're working with employer groups or anything like that, keep in mind, and this is very important, and you're working with ICRA, that you're going to want to, and I got confirmation on this, you're going to want to use Ambetter's enrollment portal for this. You have to go through Ambetter enrollment portal to utilize this feature for off exchange ICRA. If you need assistance with that, because I know a lot of agents out there use Health Sherpa and everything like that, they won't have this feature as part of Health Sherpa. You have to go through Ambetter. So reach out to me or reach out to our broker support team so we can get you set up on your Ambetter enrollment portal. So that way you have access to the off exchange plans. So I hope that makes sense. I wanted to just speak clearly because it's a bit new for us. And then it's the same, these off exchange plans are going to work the same as on exchange, in network, crossing state lines. They get the same benefits. So it's all going to be the same from everything. So just a quick thing to note, keep back in your mind, is 6 new states for off exchange. And then just make sure you follow up so we can get your login information for that. So,
Yeah. So Shondell, let me just give a point of clarification so it's
yep.
clear when we're talking about 2 off exchange programs, right? So off exchange is available for everybody for individuals, but the ICRA, the 6 states for ICRA off exchange is going to be limited to a number of brokers. So if you don't think you're going to sell ICRA, then don't email Shondell. If you're actively in the ICRA business, because they are going to limit the number of licenses they have available to do this. So it's better to let those that actively sell it on a day-to-day basis, and I'm seeing some names on the slides or on the screen. So if you end up getting a case, that's when you give Shondell a heads up and he can get you added at a later time when they'll probably open up more licenses, right? Shondell, that's probably just from my
Yep.
old carrier history with a certain med sup plan. Only a certain amount of people got it in the beginning, and then more and more got added later. So that's
Yep.
my take on this. Okay, thank you,
Yeah. Yeah.
Shondell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Thanks, Brad.
and Shondell, one last thing, because I always like talking about it because it's something special that Ambetter does, and I want you to explain how it works with the core network, and now it's going to be called the Premier Network. What can Ambetter members do with that core network? Fire away.
Yeah. 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 Great. So if your member is on a bronze, silver, gold, which is called Core, or actually I would just say Premier Network. Just we don't market this, and I wish we do market this really heavy, but let your members know that with this kind of plan and Premier Network, you can cross state lines. Okay, you can go anywhere in the U.S. as long as that provider is in network. I don't care if you're in Ohio, you got to go to Florida, Texas, Georgia, Washington, anything like that. You can cross state lines, and that goes the same for off exchange. Okay, as well as off exchange ICRA is open to everybody. So if you got business there and all that, I think that's a good seller. Crossing state lines. And I know I travel personally, so you never know what can happen. So yeah, good point, Brad. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to notice. Let your members know about that crossing state lines.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and Shondell, didn't you tell me once that, say, like Florida or Arizona also have to utilize that Premier network? So it may not apply, or Florida may have three different networks available in Florida because it's such a diverse state. Is that
Yeah,
true, Shondell?
yeah. Yeah, that is true. When it comes to the states like Florida, Texas, Georgia, they do have different selective networks, which is called Select, Value Network. And certain states don't have that. Ohio, for example, do not. We just have a core network plan. We don't have Select or anything like that. So it is good to keep in mind that, let's just say you have a Florida member. Okay, the Florida member is not on a Premier Network or core plan. They're probably on a select plan. Okay, which is only selective network that they can only go to. So they can be in Florida and then they go travel somewhere else, and then the doctor say, well, we won't accept your plan because we only accept the core network plan or Premier Network plan, the bronze, silver, gold. So that's a good thing to know, depending on what plan your member is on. I always say the core or Premier Network is the best plan to get on, because with that, members can cross state lines anywhere they want to go. Now, if they're on a select value plan or anything like that, just keep in mind the networks are a bit limited when you get into those kind of
Yeah,
plans. But it
yeah.
all depends, on the members and what they qualify for. But I say you get the bigger bang for your buck if you're on one of those core plans for sure.
Yeah, and so where in those metro areas you said it was price disadvantaged, that's something that might be a little bit worth paying a little extra for to get that access for, if you have, I don't want to say snowbirds because Florida might be unusual, but for people who travel in their RV south of the 30th parallel, I guess. So anyway, let me go back to where you were, Shondell. Sorry, I just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sharing the good news because it's
absolutely,
something
absolutely.
so special. All right, fire away. You're back at where you need to be.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Brad. So yeah, 2025, instead of the core plans, like I said, it's going to be called the Premier Portfolio. So again, it's going to be available in all our counties, any network provider. They don't need a referral. When you are searching our Ambetter guide, anybody that go through the provider network guide, you're going to see Premier. Right now you may see Core, but you're going to see Premier, so that way you can locate any network provider. And then adult vision and dental bio, those are still going to be available on all of our plans as well. So next slide, Brad. Awesome. So, these are just top reasons to sell Ambetter. This is just a refresher on some of those areas and counties that we have some of the major networks. It's just some, it's not all, it's just some of the networks. Now, in our next follow-up section of webinar, I'm looking to get information on the new counties, especially Richland. So hopefully we should have a set of networks in those areas. But just for now, I just want to pinpoint some of those networks that we still have in network with us going into 2025. Okay. Next slide.
There you are.
Great. So, this is just a sample. Okay. This we every year Ambetter rolls out a new member bonus. Okay. It's for the 1/1 effective dates and is also for the 2/1 effective dates. These usually run until then. I did want to add just a sample to give you all something to think about because as we get into open enrollment, I'm not sure when exactly we sent this bonus out, but I like to get on top of things early so that way you start thinking about, okay, if I'm appointing these states, I'm looking at my book of business. Oh, if I get 25 members in this bit of this bracket here, I can get $50 on each single belly button. I like to call it belly button, each single person. So think about numbers, think about where you want your check to look like. You got a blank check and you're gonna write down what do you want that to look like at the open enrollment period. So all I need is 25. That's all you need is 25 to just qualify for the bonus. But yeah, just keep this in back of your eye. If you are appointing in some states, just make sure you pay attention to the brackets here, and for you qualifying. And we usually will send the bonus out within that year too. But I did want to and some of you all know how this look too, but nothing should change. I was told that it should pretty much be the same. We usually do it like this every year anyway, but just something to think about. Okay, that's all. That's all. Next slide, Brad.
Always.
Awesome. So we got a new feature, the renewal letters. As I said, those are going to be in your portal. So they should be in there in November. That way you can just go simply in your portal, go to renewal letter and see what that looks like. And we also have the auto pay option. So auto pay is going to be set up for all of our states, every single state. If you want to set your member up on auto pay, you can do that simply just from your broker portal. Okay. So that's it with that. Renewal letters expecting your portal in November, and then also the auto pay in all of our states.
So
And then
that's a
next,
bulk blast, Shondell, on the renewal notice. So all you have to do, or do you have to click one at a time, or can you send all at once?
you can click one at a time, and once you're in your portal and you click like the members information, it simply have like their renewal letter right there in the portal. So it's just a
Okay.
simple click as soon as you click your members info. And if you got any issues or so, I'm only one call away. I want to make sure you all are getting everything that's needed for you, and moving forward. So, but yeah, Brad, it's a simple click.
Yeah. So somebody who has 500 clients is going to have 500 clicks, as opposed to clicking select all and it sends it to all of them at once,
Yeah,
right?
yep,
All
yep,
right.
yep.
We'll have to have Steve work on that for us because I see him
You
on the
go.
line, so I'm going to put his feet to the fire.
You go to the next slide.
This is it.
Great. Yep. Off exchange plans, they're going to continue on as usual. Like I said, it's going to be in all of our states. So if your member don't qualify for subsidy or off exchange plan, they can get low deductibles, and it can be cheaper. The off exchange plans is a bit cheaper. And a good thing about off exchange too is you get the same benefit and the network the same as on exchange, which means crossing state lines and all that stuff, which is great.
Shondell,
So
that brings up a great question. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so Jennifer had a great question pursuant to off exchange. She comments that she just enrolled through Health Sherpa off exchange for ICRA with Ambetter. And then do I have to move them for 2025, or is this just for a specific plan? She's talking about the ICRA that you offered earlier. You offered up earlier.
so that seems like it's live right now. I wasn't under impression that that's live on the Health Sherpa side. I
Well, I
will.
think I think
What? Is it
Off
just
exchange
off
has always been
exchange?
available um, with Ambetter on Health
Yeah.
Sherpa for years. It has been, but rolling when we go into 2025, are the um, are the off exchange plans going to be tailored to a specific, ICRA program that you have? I know it's, um, you know what I'm saying? I mean, are you going to have a separate class of off exchange plans for ICRA in 2025?
Yeah, good question there. So that's what we need to follow up with the next session and webinar, because we don't have the
Absolutely.
new, yeah, we don't have the new plan details right now, as those have to get finalized with the state. So I will follow up with that, or we can go to the next session and see I can get that information. It should have our different plans for that, but I don't have that right now until those get finalized. So in the next presentation, we should have a lot more information on, what those plans look like, the names, etc.
Okay,
Hey,
fantastic.
Shondell, can you guys hear me? This is Steve.
Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
Steve, go ahead.
Hey guys, how we doing? Good. I just
All
wanted to
right,
hop
Great.
in
Steve.
real quick. Yeah. So, um, great question. If a member is currently enrolled in an off exchange plan, let's say in Ohio right now, and they're in one of an Ambetter off exchange plan for 2025, that there's the off exchange plans as they are today in Ohio are essentially going to go away, and there's going to be new off exchange plans as we roll out this Ambetter Health Solutions. So that member that is in one today will be matched up or crosswalked to the plan that matches closely to the one that they're on today for in
Great.
Ohio in particular, right? Just like they would if a plan left a certain area in 24 and there was new ones for 25, that member would be automatically, and they'll get a letter for that as well, right? This
Great.
is your new plan. It matches closely to the one that you are currently on. This is what it's going to look like for 2025.
Great.
Fantastic.
That's great, Steve. And so will those new or those new off exchange plans, will they also match the new off exchange ICRA plans? And maybe that's the reason they're doing it, because of those 6 new states.
Yep.
Does that
And
make
then
sense?
just to, yeah, and to clear that up too, right? So in Ohio and the other 5 states where we're rolling out an Ambetter Health Solutions or an ICRA product, if you will, those are the off exchange plans in those states. So someone in Ohio that just wants to enroll in an off exchange plan doesn't mean they're in an ICRA. They just, don't get a tax credit. They want to be in an off exchange plan. They can enroll into one of those plans in Ohio. So there's not going to be separate ICRA specific ones and off exchange. They are all off exchange plans used for people that want to be in an ICRA, used for members that just want to be on an off exchange plan.
Got it. Got it. And so we heard this from another carrier the other day. Will those off exchange plans, since they're not going to be done on Health Sherpa and they're going to be done on the Ambetter enrollment portal, might they be a small percentage less than a similar equivalent on exchange plan?
In terms of
Like, will the
like
premium be lower? Like, so somebody
premium,
told
yeah,
us that the
correct.
premium
Yep,
may be
yep.
lower
So
off exchange by,
yes,
anywhere from 0 to 5% or something like that, or
yep,
zero
that makes
to
sense.
ten
We
dollars.
can,
Yeah,
yeah, once we have more information on those, which we will for when you guys do this next webinar, but I'll take that as a takeaway. But yes, that
great,
is
great. That's
mostly
really
true.
good.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
really good. So advantageous if they're not going to get a subsidy to go off exchange, get a lower premium.
Yes,
All
correct.
right, let
All right,
me get
sorry.
back
I'll
to
go
my
back on
slide.
mute.
No, Steve, that was perfect. We
Yeah,
we like
perfect. Thank you.
tantalizing our brokers so they join again within a week or two on part
That's
two.
right.
And guys, we said we were going to only do half an hour, but this content with Ambetter is so rich and robust that if we go the full hour and we have to make you come back for another hour the second time, I think you'll like it. Ambetter is one of our top 3 carriers, so it warrants the time because their plans are so unique. So anyway, carry on, Shondell.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
just
but thank
gilding
you,
the
Steve. Yeah,
lily.
yep, it's worth your while. So, the adult vision, dental and vision, we're gonna have that in all of our states. Brad, I think you missed one slide. I think there was the vision, unless I'm missing
Is
something.
that the vision? Here it is,
If
the
you
vision, adult vision. Yeah,
yeah. I just wanted to point. Yeah. So
yeah.
with the
Sorry.
vision, 19 years of 19 years of age. Routine eye exam, get one visit per year. If it's in network, $0 copay. Eyeglasses frame, one item cover up to $130. And then contact lenses. We do use Involve. It's called Involve. We do use Involve for both our dental and vision. It's a separate site that you go to when you're on our provider guide in case you want to look up in network providers. Just FYI. So this is our vision part. Got to be 19 years of age or older only. You can go to the next slide, Brad. That was the adult dental slide.
Yep, we're here.
Awesome, awesome. Same with here, 19 years of age or older. $1,000 per covered person. If it's in network, $0 copay for our class one, class two, 50% co-insurance, and then more 50% for more of the major stuff below. Good thing with this is no waiting period. So as long as the provider is in network, they're all good for it. So for that dental, and then Brad, you can go to the next slide. Awesome. So just ways your member can make a payment. They can do by phone, mail, MoneyGram. They can also make a payment through their member portal, where they can send in a check as well. So just want to give you a refresher of ways that your member can go ahead and make a payment, or they can call in a member services in addition to.
So what about credit card? So if they're calling in on the phone, they're probably going to be giving a credit card. Is that a one-time only, or can they do it every month?
Yeah, credit card is used every month. If you want, you can use credit card. That's fine. I always recommend the auto pay feature. It's just great to have. So, just encourage your member that way. You don't have to worry about making a payment or anything like that. But yeah, they can make it a credit card over the phone, online. You can do it on behalf of your member online, as long as you have that member's policy number and name and a date of birth, I believe. You can simply do it from the site on your own.
Can they set up a credit card on auto pay so it's auto uh, debiting their credit card or billing their
Yep.
credit card,
They
or is okay?
they can
Wow,
do that. The
dang, that's
member
awesome.
can. Yeah, the member
Nobody else can.
can. They will have to do that through their member portal for that. Since we have the new auto pay feature for brokers now, in every state, the agent can themselves go in and set that auto pay feature from the
Nice.
portal.
Wow. No, nobody else is giving 12 months of auto pay via credit card. It's usually a
Yeah.
one time per year. So
Yeah, right.
another benefit of Ambetter, earn points
I know, right?
like
It's
the
you can
Capital
go,
One
there we
Mile
go.
card.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what happens after I submit an application? So after you submit the enrollment, the member is going to expect a pre-member letter that's going to come in the mail form, encouraging them to make their payment. Once that payment is received, they're going to get an ID card. They're going to get a welcome packet in about 7 days. If you have existing members, they can simply log into their existing account. I recommend getting on board with those surveys, because that's where you can earn points to earn up to $3. My health pays. Any new members, encourage them to make an account so that way they have access to their member portal, and all the great benefits that we have in there. But keep in mind though, you can go to the next slide, Brad, that a policy is not active until that payment is made. So that's very important. And that's how you get paid as well, commission. This is an outline of my health pays. This is one of our great programs that we deeply love, and members great love as well, and they always come back. I personally took advantage of this when I first started, and got some free money, which is great. We all like free money, but the good thing about this too, these points are converted into dollars. So your member do have to log into their member portal. They have to have a survey. It's different activities that they have to do in order to get these points, and then they're going to be convert to dollars. And as they convert to dollars, they can use those rewards for the below, premium, any bills, anything like that, merchandise store, they can use it for it. This is a great seller. If we have a price disadvantage, or if your member has some financial issues, this is a great way to let your members know, hey, you can earn up to $500, just by doing these different activities, in your portal. So Just a good thing keep in mind, and keep promoting this, as I would say it, to every member that you talk to. Okay. Next slide, Brad.
Hey, Shondell, I just thought of
Yep.
something. I think you and I had a case on the auto pay, right? So I think it was you can't not set up auto pay at the time of enrollment. You're just doing your binder payment, and then you have to go back in and set up auto enroll, because I want to make sure, because I don't want anybody to get caught in that. I thought that was you, that you and I had that case with, right?
Yeah. What it was up, and Steve, you have to jump in and how it's open. The auto pay is going to be set up. I think that when you go in, you'll be able to set that up for the member, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I would thought if you just make the
Yeah,
payment,
yeah,
you make the premium payment, and then you'll have to go back in to set like the auto pay up.
yeah.
But I think for this open enrollment, you'll be able to set the auto pay up right then and there. Steve, let me know if I'm wrong on that part. I don't want to get anybody wrong with how
Yeah.
the OEP is going to look
Yeah.
for that. But
Because
yeah,
I
Brad,
thought
we
we just
did
had
have
a member. Yeah, we just had a member
yeah,
who wondered why his card, or why his bank account hadn't been debited for 3 months or 2 months, right? Because he
yeah,
thought he set it up
right.
on the auto. So I just want to make sure everybody, like month 2 after the initial month, go back in, make sure they're set up on auto pay. That's really
Yeah.
the best solution.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'm here as a source. I know Jeff and Brad's pretty busy, but use me as a resource, right? I'm here to help you guys answer questions, um, relieve a little bit stress off your mind, because I know you're going to be quite busy and got other things going on. So I want to help as much as I can. If you have any hiccups, so yeah, thanks, Brad, for pointing that
Yep,
out. You
you
can go to
bet.
the next
Yep,
slide.
yep, yep, you got it.
Okay,
Abenity,
okay.
right?
Just the rewards. Affinity is one of our gym discount memberships that we have. So this is there in case members want to find local gym memberships near their area. They get great discounts. Get some healthy eating services as well within this whole program. But let members know that this is here as a benefit. And this is located in the members welcome packet as well. Just to let them know this is an option or a benefit for them.
Okay. So
You
another
can go to
value add that might be worth paying a little bit extra for, right?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, right. Free gym membership. All right.
Yes, yes.
To
Uh,
select gyms, select gyms. I don't know the
yes,
networks,
leg
but
gyms. Teledoc Health. So we're gonna have members gonna have access to the virtual services through this. It's 24/7 help for non-emergency. For virtual 24/7 care. This is gonna be in all of our states. We understand that there are rural areas out there and distance and location. So I do want to let everybody know this is a benefit for your members, so they can avoid those long wait times. So that's going to
yeah,
be in all of our
yeah,
states. Okay.
yeah. And
Next.
Teladoc was one of the original virtual care companies. I remember from
Yes.
like 10 plus years ago, when I started in the business. Teladoc was just coming out about 12 years ago. So really great. You guys have got the Cadillac for
Yeah.
virtual care with Teladoc. Another great way to, or value add, right? I'm
That's right.
pitching Ambetter hard, Shondell and
I
Steve.
know. I love it. Thanks,
All
Brad.
right.
Love it.
My gift basket, I'll give you the address for the gift basket.
I'm
Kidding, kidding.
I'm gonna run through this. This is just the broker portal. This is the login. You all know this. For you all that's new, if you need assistance with broker portal, that's our broker support line, 855-700-7985 option 2. And that's the URL in case anybody want to save that to your tab, so you can have access to it. Next slide, Brad. I know we're
Yes, sir. Coming up. No, nobody's leaving, so we're being captivating. So
good,
that's
good,
good.
good,
All
good,
right.
good, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a flash of the portal, your home page, what it looks like. On your left side, you'll quickly see like your book of business with the number, how many members you have. In the middle, though, it's pretty much you're going to see the delinquents. So it has the 30, 60, 90, 120 days it goes up to for members that are behind on their payments. So this is just a outlook of what you'll see in the portal. You can go to the next slide, Brad.
Sorry, I was just messaging Jeff. Sorry, I wasn't on my game.
Good. Okay. So as you go into your policies, you're going to be able to sort and filter the data through a report. So you'll see 1 through 4 on your right side. You can filter, you can export it to Excel spreadsheet. I know people use Health Sherpa a lot. I know people can export that file too. But I will always say too, always cross-reference your book of business, even as Health Sherpa and better, because you never know. You may be having some members in Ambetter that's in Health Sherpa that's not showing up in Ambetter. So I just like to point that out because we should always be cross-referencing with with CMS changes, with the AOR lock-in and all that stuff as we come into open enrollment. Just periodically check your book of business. Next slide, Brad. Sorry.
Yes, sir. I didn't skip one, did I?
No, you can keep
Yep.
going. Keep going. It's just the
Okay, there you
numbers.
go. Okay.
Awesome. So just a good thing in your broker portal under the resources tab, you're gonna find some great information in there. I think some brokers do miss out on this. When you're in your portal, it's a tab that says resources. You're gonna find release letters in there. You're gonna find some tutorials, reference guides. You're gonna find some state specific, or have some members that speak bilingual in there. FAQs are in there too. Every email that we send to you all in email communication is all in your broker portal as well. I do want to let everybody know, if you are doing events and you need like some and better swag, I like to call it, you can reach out to Cornerstone or me directly, and I can send you some materials over to you. We got like some stretch balls, pens, and some other stuff. So if you got some events, let me know. I'll be happy to send a bunch of stuff over to you guys. Next slide, Brad. You can go to the
It's
next
weird.
one.
Okay. It's weird when
Yeah.
this one, you didn't talk about delegation, did you?
No, no, no. We don't have to worry about delegations. I mean, it's more so the
Okay.
principles like
Okay.
Cornerstone.
Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We don't have to worry about that.
Okay. All
Awesome.
right. You
Yeah,
should
the
be on
app.
the help app.
Yep, great. Thank you, Brad. So this is the new app that we released back in July. We understand that everybody's in their phone, right? Yeah, everybody's in their phone a lot, and we want to utilize or bring up an app for everybody to download. So it's already live and went back in July. So members can now download and Better Health app. They'll be able to have their ID card in the app. They can enroll in auto pay. They can see all their claim history within a click of a button. So this is going to be part of the whole welcome packet as well. Letting members know, hey, this is a feature for you if you want to go ahead and download the app. But also letting members know that, hey, if we understand a lot of people out here is not tech savvy, but if you're in your phone, we can see a lot of members taking advantage of this. And it's another slide too, Brad. If you want to go to the next one.
The app highlights, or sorry, it's just
Oh,
hard with the scrolling. Yeah, this
no,
is
it's
the one.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yep, fine. And then in addition to that, the Ambetter app is going to be available for iPhone and Android only. And then there comes the PCP. And if a member wants to contact Ambetter directly, they can also do that from the app as well. So just a new feature that's out there, new app, just thought I'd let everybody know. Contact information, in case you need to contact broker sales support on our left side, for whatever reason, commissions, member issues, reach out to broker sales support, that number, option 2. And then we have our sales on our, which is my side, where we help with a lot of contracting, marketing requests, anything like that. That's option 3 for us. I did put my contact information in the chat box. It has my phone number, my email, for you. So, I'm only one call away, one text or anything. So, and that's the
You know what,
website.
Shondell?
Yep.
They actually can't see chat. Chat is not a feature opened here.
Oh,
It's in the
okay,
question.
gotcha.
So why don't you fire it in? Maybe you can share your slide and have your contact information there.
Yeah. Let me do that because I got
Sorry.
it up right.
Yeah.
I got it up right here. I got it
Okay. Yeah.
right here.
Okay. Let me
Uh,
stop sharing and I'm going to let you share so they can have your contact information.
okay.
I'm going to come back on camera. We've got some more questions
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. Fire away, Wally.
And fantastic. We've got several questions. Great job. And we'll get right through these. So, um, next question. Tiffany had a great comment. So, On Exchange has the big network as well as Off Exchange?
On exchange has the say that again, Brad. I mean Jeff.
It's Jeff. Yeah. So,
On and off is the
just
same
following up
network.
some, we're talking On Exchange and Off Exchange.
Is it the same
Oh,
network? Yes
Is
or
it the
no?
same network?
yes. Good question. Good question. On and off exchange have the same network. Same network. So crossing state lines, everything is going to apply the same way. The only difference is they're not qualified for subsidy, obviously, but they're going to get the same benefit as on exchange, which is great.
Okay. And next question. Please clarify, are the regular gold, silver, bronze plans going to have two different networks available? What plans utilize the expanded network where you can um, cross state lines?
It's
So,
not.
so
We
oh,
already
I know.
addressed that.
Yeah, so Ohio for sure, we only have one network, which is going to be the core or premier network. That's no other network. Look, when you go into states like bigger populations like Florida, Georgia,
Texas.
Texas, those bigger states, they have different networks. So I know we have some agents that's appointed in different states. So if you are appointed in Florida, those states like that do have their own selective network. But like I said before, I will always put members on the Premier Network or Core or whatever, bronze, silver, gold. Put them on that plan because with those plan, members can cross state lines in, out of state, Ohio, whatever, as long as that provider
Yeah.
is in network.
Yeah. And I think it's that network naming convention when you're doing a provider search or you set the network. If I remember from looking at the Ambetter consumer portal, it will tell you the network they're associated with, right,
Right. Yep.
Shondell? So that's
Yep.
how you
Correct.
know when you're doing a provider search and you're talking to that snowbird, you're going to ask for their Florida doctors or their Arizona doctors, just so you can make sure that they're in the network. We have Premier. If they have Premier in Florida, then you'll be okay. But somebody in Florida coming back to Ohio for the summer, they need to enroll on a Premier plan in Florida. So when they come back to Ohio, they'll be good, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're square on
Perfect.
that one. Good.
Hey, I can't share
Okay.
my screen. Just FYI. Say I gotta ask
Yeah.
the organizer.
Yeah.
To make
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Oh, you have to ask? I thought you were already an organizer. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, you are.
no.
Okay. I think we have to make organizer. There you go. Yep. You were a presenter, but not an organizer. All right. You should be good to go now. Shondell, share your screen and then we'll go. They can look at that and take a picture of it while we're just firing away more questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Next question. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Does Ambetter send renewal letters or do we have to send them?
Oh, we'll send the renewal letters. Yep, and a good thing too, you're gonna have those renewal letters in your portal, as well. So nothing you need to do on your end. I know members they're gonna get those renewal letters from Ambetter, and you may have some members reach out to you or anything. But then we'll have those in your portal as well. So I think that's a new feature we're going to be doing. We never did that actually, where agents get a copy of their renewal letter. So, but your members will get that renewal letter. I think they'll send it sometime in I don't have a specific date, but I know they usually will roll that out sometime in like late October or that November, that
Yeah.
renewal
Okay.
letter.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think if you as a good thing is if you want to be in control, like I know that you may not read every Cornerstone email that gets sent to you, but if it has Brad or Jeff's name on it, you're more likely to open it. So same
hmm
for your clients, right? They know you're your broker. It's a way to keep another broker off of it. Your name is in front of them. So it may seem like a duplicate, but that renewal letter is attached to your name because you're going to be sending it from your inbox. So it's
Okay.
all about keeping the clients you have, guys, not letting somebody else grab them. So the more touches, it's just another touch for you. Sorry, that was Brad Sales 101. I'm sorry.
Next question.
What
Okay.
else, Jeff?
I love it. I love it. Good stuff. And just to follow up with Jennifer, and she's circling back to her ICRA question. If enrolled through Health Sherpa, will I need to re-enroll my Ambetter through the Ambetter portal, or will it be okay to do it through Health Sherpa? And I wanted to bring up that question too. Can we just exist in the Health Sherpa environment? These agents have the Health Sherpa login, and can they, do the re-enrollment if necessary through Health Sherpa for the off exchange stuff on ICRA?
Yeah. So since Health Sherpa do have
I'll
that
hop.
off.
Hold on, Shondell. Shondell, I'll
Yeah,
hop on. This is
yeah,
Steve again.
yeah.
Yes. So
It's not.
I know we had some mixed communication in there. You will be able to use Health Sherpa for all of our off exchange products as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
clean and simple. Everything will be in Health Sherpa.
Oh, okay. Good. Thanks for clarifying
Yep.
that, Steve. I thought like
Okay.
most off exchange, most carriers do off exchange off of Health Sherpa, but Ambetter's paying the big money for the whole Megillah on Health Sherpa.
Yeah.
So let him pay.
There you
Okay.
go.
Next
Yep.
question, Jeff.
Okay,
Yep.
next question. I'm not certain what Gary had a comment about $1,000. I just need a little more clarification from you, Gary, and I'll get to that response if you want to enter another question in. So Brittany asks, what is the provider for dental?
Yeah. Who's the dental
Provider is
network? Dental,
involved is the network that we use for both. Yeah, it's going to be involved for both. We're going to be using involved for
dental and
both
vision.
dental and the vision. When you go to the provider website or provider guide of ours, and there's a search box, and I can show you too if you want, if we have time. If you put in like vision, it's going to route you over to a whole different site where you can see in-network providers around vision or dental. So, but we use involved though. That's the network we use for both.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Is
Thank you.
Involve its own company or is it a network? Is it its own
It's their
company?
own. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Got
their
it.
own. It's
Got it.
their
I
own
just haven't
company.
heard of it.
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Keep going, Jeff.
Okay,
We
next.
have 4 minutes.
Okay. When can we expect payments to show up online? I have 5 people who have made payment with enrollment on 9/12, and it isn't showing, and Ambetter broker services say they cannot see it either. So just kind of a back office question in terms of
So they
payments
can't.
showing up online.
So they're missing some members, and broker support can't locate those members, or they can't
Right,
locate the payments that they made.
right.
Right. They can't locate the
Okay.
payment.
If they
I
can't
would
locate
say
the payment,
send that information to Shondell and myself, and we can escalate that and make sure
Fantastic.
that figure out what's going
yeah.
on.
Thanks, Steve.
Fantastic. I appreciate that, Steve. And then
Absolutely.
the next question, let's see here. It would be easier if we could set up auto payment of enrollment. Do I understand this to be possible in 2025? So yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna
They
set up
said that
auto
earlier.
payment.
Maybe that question came in before, but you can set up auto payment at time of enrollment
Mm-hmm.
on Health Sherpa. That's correct,
Yep.
Shondell, right?
Yep. Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct. Correct.
I
Okay.
do want, yes, that's fantastic. And I do want to point out, everybody will get a copy of this presentation. So thanks for your comment there. Is there a slide that talks about the networks in each state?
No slide to talk about the
Not yet.
networking
Maybe the
piece.
next one.
Yeah. Yeah. This is more was
Maybe
tailored
next
more
time's
to.
presentation.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shondell mentioned about Florida network and possible
That's
issues when coming back to Ohio. So I just wanted clarity. Gary had that question.
we already talked about that too, right? I said
Mm,
if a Florida member who bought their plan in Florida if there's 3 plans available in Florida, Premier, Select, and XYZ,
Mhm.
if they're coming back to Ohio, or if they know they're going to be splitting time between Ohio and Florida, they need to buy the Premier network in Florida if it's available for them to purchase.
Okay.
Yep.
Premier's the way to go, guys.
Yeah,
Um,
Premier gets you 28 state access, guys, when you're,
mhm.
in other
Absolutely.
states. In Ohio, it's your only option. But in other
Okay.
states where there's an option, pick Premier. It allows you to be a snowbird or an RVer.
Okay.
And then, hey,
All
hey,
right.
Brad, just real
There's
quick to back up,
yeah.
to that other question about if there will be like networks in each state. As we finalize all of our marketing material and everything for 2025, in the broker portal, in the resources tab, in the material section there will be like a high level, like top reasons to sell or network highlight for every state that will be available in there as
Oh,
well. It's
that's
just not there yet,
fantastic,
but there
Steve.
will be.
Yeah,
Yep.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Great.
What else,
Great.
Jeff?
So yeah. So when is direct deposit coming back?
No comment.
We don't
We're
yeah,
still
we don't have
working through it. And the hope would be it's
Broker
probably not
payments.
going to be in 2024, but it would be early next year after open enrollment.
Okay. And I think that alludes to broker commission. Is that Steve?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
obviously, Change Healthcare, that's who we use. They had that cybersecurity attack back in February, so we're working through with the finance department trying to figure out the best way for Ambetter to move forward. With the hope being that yes, direct deposit and ACH will get turned back on here, sooner rather than later.
And I want to point out, in most cases, agents are having their commission paid through us, and if you've got direct deposit set up through us,
Correct.
it's
Yes, because we're
seamless.
paying
So
Cornerstone. Right.
you're paying
Yeah.
Cornerstone 99 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So I think for
Yeah.
the vast majority of the agents, they're already getting direct
Yeah.
deposit,
Yeah.
working
So,
seamlessly.
but if you're not getting direct deposit, let Cornerstone know, our
Hmm.
commissions team,
Hmm.
that you want direct deposit. They have a form for it.
Hmm.
So go to individual at crnstone.com. That's Carla's email address,
Hmm.
and just say, hey, I need direct deposit. She has that form. She'll send it to you, and then you could send it back. So until Ambetter does that, we're in control of your direct deposit. So set it up with us, and you'll be good to go.
Fantastic. I think we're at the end of the hour. Um, any final comments, Brad, Shondell, Steve?
I've spoken too much. I'll let Shondell and Steve.
No, I'm excited for this new open enrollment. I'm excited for the new things that we have for you all. I'm sorry we didn't have as much for the plan details, but we're gonna piggyback off that with another section for you all in the future. So I should have more information this week or so, and then Brad and Jeff, we can work together off another date for that. But now I appreciate everyone
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Your business is so valuable, and we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for brokers like yourself. So keep selling, and whatever I can do as an account rep and on behalf of Cornerstone to assist you and help you, I'm here 24/7. So
Yeah. And I would say,
Fantastic.
gang, when you see that new invite, right? So it will probably get more people than we had here, and there were a lot of you, 45, I think, joined, which is awesome. But so Shondell is going to probably have to review a lot of this same information again. So maybe you'll want to join 20 to 30 minutes past the hour, so you're not getting a duplication of this, unless you just want a reaffirmation. I don't know.
Or
Hearing
ask
it
more
more, the
questions.
more,
I think these
yeah,
questions are
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
They help
So
us
great.
all
yeah,
out. They give
yeah.
feedback to all of us. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So join the whole thing, and the
Yeah,
more it gets imprinted in your brain, the more everybody remembers it. So
that's right.
guys, we will send out that invitation as soon as Steve and Shondell have the new slides. And it's probably not going to be on a Tuesday because all of our Tuesdays are full. We have to work with marketing to see when we can get another time slot. Let me ask a question, and you could put it in the chat. Do afternoons work for you, or is early morning better? Because this is a burning question I have. Because every time we schedule in an afternoon, everybody decides to go golfing or do something else. So I just want to know and be honest. They're coming in. All right, let's see. Where are they? Where are they? Mornings are best. AM is best. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So we'll try and steal from the group team one of their morning slots. So, Gary, those that answered, so you are obviously golfers and you're trying to squeeze in as much golf before the snow flies.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
understood. Understood.
I don't.
Thank you. I thought you would be out selling in the morning, but that's fine. Okay, good enough. I think we've talked over time. Sorry, we went 34 minutes over what we promised to be in a
Good
short
stuff.
presentation, but the interaction has been great between Shondell and Steve and Jeff and I. So, it's all good stuff. We're really excited about Ambetter, the expansion in Ohio, and all of their value add services that might make it worth paying a little extra where they're a price disadvantage, right? So Shondell did have those ones that were a $10 window, but some maybe 15.
Mm-hmm.
But I would spend $15 more to get access to travel potentially between all 28 states. So I might get an RV for when I'm early retiree and buy Ambetter on the marketplace. Woohoo. All right. All right, gang. Everybody, thank you for staying on. The 25 of you that have remained on, I really appreciate it. And look for that email. Shondell, Steve, thank you for all you do for us. And they're going to be coming back to Cleveland and Toledo next April for our expo because they both had a blast and loved engaging
Absolutely.
with you guys. So there was a little teaser there. We know it's going to be back in Cleveland, but Toledo looks like it's the second location. All right. So everybody, look for that. Come in the new year. We'll send you a save the date. So anyway, all right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great
Thanks,
rest of your week.
guys.
All right.
Have a
See ya.
great day,
Thanks.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks again, Steve and Shondell. Bye.
Thank you.